AM 560, The Answer.
Business people for that fraud PPP loans. Business people were approached by bankers and accountants. I have a relative who was approached by a landlord. And as they shut down the business, they said, get a file for one of these PPP loans. This way, you can pay the rent and all the different things can go on. So decent people took it. I have many friends, many family that took it. And two of one of them, do you know what they all had to do? Like my very close relative, they had to pay back 60% of the money. So they gave, and then a year later, they had to pay back. And I said, listen, don't take anything from these scumbags, because the only ones who are going to keep it are the scum Democrats, the government scum. The decent people, it'll be used as a weapon in perpetuity. And sure enough, two of one of them, they either had to pay back 60% and 70%. And then the argument is these Democrat dungholes made certain they couldn't operate the business. But there are scum out there that try to attack people. I'm not attacking people who were forced to take money because they shut down their business. I'm attacking you Democrat scum who allowed a dimwit with dementia thief for 50 years to steal election. If you voted for Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, I don't give a rip what you think, how long you live, as long as it's not near me or anybody of good character.
Particularly hurt by the fraud because they're some of our biggest taxpayers in the country, and they show up every day. They work hard to provide for their employees, to build their businesses. They're doing it the honest way, and they see fraudsters taking from the American people. It's taxpayer money. And so you think about, at the SBA, we found $200 billion in fraudulent PPP loans that the Biden administration tried to hide and forgive and sweep under the rug.
Because it was a payoff to the Democrats post the political affiliation of all thieves, all of them, from the phony health care to phony Medicare scams, post their political party, who they voted for in the last 4 elections. You're done. That's all you have to do. Because Barack Obama and that short-in-the-pants daily mafia took that little scam that destroyed our once great city, and they brought it to the nation. And that's how it operates. And the people who were shut down, and you took the money, I have no problem with that. It's the scum Democrats who knew they were stealing, like the scum that vote Democrat. You know what you are. You know it's a scam, and you just want in on it because you have no character. None. Terry, Chicago.
Hey, Sean, Maria Pappas, I think she's Cook County assessor, did a 40-year study saying if the Bears get their tax break in Arlington Heights, it's going to cost the taxpayer $1.5 billion. But she doesn't do an assessment of how much the illegals are costing the taxpayer. The other thing is, number two, and last thing, is years ago in the 70s, I read a book called Social Animal. And they took a 50-foot square foot area, put 50 mice in there. Then they made it 25 square foot, then 5. And the smaller the enclosure, the more aggressive the mice became. It's behavioral science. And so society's got 10 to 30 million illegals. They're taking housing, jobs, medical, legal. Society's becoming more aggressive because of democratic policy.
Here's another thing. Yeah, here's another thing, Terry, that's very interesting. Take a look back at when the government lowered the IQ standard for a mental disability. Take a look at it. It used to be 85. When you and I grew up and the decent people, if you had an IQ of 85, you were put in the Democrat room. Get in the room, moron! Then they lowered it to 75. And take a look at what society's happened there. It's right around when Reagan left. Kind of answers things, doesn't it? Roberto, Bloomingdale.
Hey, Sean, what's up?
You called me, baby. What's up? I'm doing a show. What do you want to kibitz? You want to play tiddlywinks? What do you want to do here?
No, and I got pants on today, too.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was over, my Mrs. Lucy and I went to the Bloomingdale Republican Organization meeting. Darren Bailey was there. Ooh. And I stood up and I asked him, why are you on an apology tour? And he said he wasn't on an apology tour. He was for asking forgiveness for criticizing Chicago. The people love the city, and they are upset. He's feeling sorry because they're upset with him. And the rest of his spiel was a bunch of hogwash. I mean, this guy's...
Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah.
Did he end with that? Did they at least play the music underneath? Now his economic plan, which is pretty much Ted Dabrowski's economic plan. Did you see that? It's fantastic to watch. So apparently he can read, or somebody in his office is saying, listen, why don't you take what the guy who actually earned a living, who actually worked his whole life, who actually has an IQ over 75, why don't you take his policies and say they're yours?
We have got to stop taxing families out of their homes. Right now, there is no relief in sight under J.B. Pritzker. I've got a real plan. First, an immediate property tax freeze. Second, a hard 1% cap on assessed value on what any home can be taxed with zero exceptions. No family should pay more in property taxes than their mortgage. Finally, we will audit Doge, the state budget, cut the waste, and use every saved dollar to fully fund our schools. We have got to stop taxing families out of their homes. It's wrong, it's backwards, and it's crushing the American dream for us and our children. It's time to put Illinois families first. Thank you, and God bless.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
Now, it's funny. He was in state government, right, Squirrel? Am I remembering that correctly? State government for years, right? How come you didn't catch what McLaughlin caught?
Right now, the state legislature is shorting mayors, municipalities, and local communities by roughly 40% of LGDF revenues. That total amount is about $1.3 billion. This money is collected on behalf of these towns with the understanding and agreement it'll be returned to them. Instead, it hasn't been for over 15 years. That means less money for police, less money for fire, roads, and infrastructure.
Too bad Ted Dabrowski didn't say that, and then Darren Bailey could have said it. But then again, Darren Bailey was filling out PPP loan money. 312-642-5600.
He believes in freedom, capitalism, and individual liberty. And because of that, he's become an enemy of the state. He's Sean Thompson, and this is The Sean Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.